Warning, the player selections you're about to see may flop miserably. FPL TV cannot be held responsible for any of your own transfer shockers. Please, FPL responsibly.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Point Predictor, the series where I pick 5 players that I think will score 4 points or more in the upcoming FPL Gameweek. Within these predictions, I can only select one player per club, and I must follow the categories shown on screen. Before I make predictions for Game Week 24, let's as always look back at my selections from last Game Week and see how they performed. So a respectable 3 out of 5 correct picks for Game Week 23, with Mo Salah returning big numbers once again. The in-form Rashford continued his fine goal-scoring run, and I managed to correctly predict Laporte's clean sheet against a goal-shy Huddersfield. It was my 2 budget picks that let me down though, although Danny Ings did come very close to scoring against Everton. So let's move swiftly on to Game Week 24's predictions now, and see if I can go one better for the midweek fixtures. Also, if you enjoy the Point Predictor series, don't forget to support the channel by dropping a like and getting subscribed to FPL TV. For my defensive pick in Game Week 24, I'm again looking to Manchester City to bank another clean sheet, and with Laporte being the most secure starter, he gets the nod. I'd have liked to have mixed it up and selected someone like Kyle Walker or Danilo this game week, 2 players with a better chance of attacking returns when played. But with both featuring in the FA Cup over the weekend, and Laporte being rested, I'm simply playing it safe with this choice. City are really gathering momentum now, winning 7 games on the bounce in all competitions, and banking 6 consecutive clean sheets in the process. They are away from home in Game Week 24, but they currently boast the league's best away defensive record, only conceding 7 goals in 11 Premier League games on the road. As far as away trips go, this season St James's Park is one of the best places to visit, with Newcastle only managing to win 3 of their 12 home games so far, and only scoring 10 times there. That's less than a goal a game, and only Huddersfield and Crystal Palace have managed fewer goals at home this season. My budget midfield pick this week, under the price of 8 million, goes to hat-trick hero Diogo Jota of Wolves. As mentioned in my team selection video, I'm aware this does look like chasing points, and I certainly don't expect another 19-point haul from him in Game Week 24. But as far as budget midfielders go, there's not many options jumping off the page for me this week, and I do like his fixture at home to a leaky West Ham. What I would like to point out is that Jota's hat-trick in the previous game week was no flash in the pan, because he was actually showing signs of good form before this, but had his momentum stopped by injury. In fact, if we forget about the 4 games he missed, then he's actually returned FPL points in 4 of his last 5 appearances, only blanking once in those 5, and that was away to Man City. In that spell, he produced 5 goals and 2 assists, which has largely been down to a change of formation for Wolves, and notably with Jota now playing up front in a 3-5-2. For the midfielder of any price, Eden Hazard was definitely a consideration, with him being shifted back to his favoured position and having an excellent record against Bournemouth. But with the superb Mo Salah returning 5 double-digit hauls in just 6 game weeks, I simply have to stick with the Egyptian. Salah has been in scintillating form the last few weeks, even more so from an FPL perspective, where he's now bagged an incredible 87 points in just the last 8 game weeks, therefore averaging over 10 points per game in that spell. Insane. He's also been very reliable at home all season, only blanking in 3 of his 11 Premier League games at Anfield so far, and now faces Leicester. And this made my decision even more concrete after the Foxes conceded 4 goals away to Wolves in the previous game week. With the Reds now eliminated from both cup competitions, not only should the squad be well rested for this fixture, but they can now put full focus on these Premier League games, and in just their last 4 at home they've managed a whopping 16 goals, so you'd have to fancy more of the same in this one. My budget forward this week, below 8 million, goes to the in-form Marcus Rashford. Given the way Rashford is playing at the moment, it almost seems a luxury that I can select him in the budget category, and I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do that for much longer with his price shooting up from week to week. Similar to Salah, Rashford is in such consistent form at the moment, delivering in every game week, so it's too difficult to avoid them when they're returning points without fail, and that's why I've had to select them both again for Game Week 24. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has taken over, Rashford has produced the most goal attempts, the most shots inside the box, and also the second most penalty area touches of any striker in the league. So he has all the key stats to back up his performances, and although opponents Burnley have been improving lately, I fancy this trip to Old Trafford to be too much for them, especially given how United are playing. And finally, the any priced forward this week goes to Aubameyang. It's been a frustrating few weeks for owners of the Gabonese striker, with him now blanking in 3 of the last 4 game weeks. Simply not good enough for 11.3 million. If you have persevered with him for this long though, then surely you've got to stick by him for this nice home fixture against Cardiff. The Bluebirds have so far conceded 21 goals on the road in just 11 games, which is an average of nearly 2 goals conceded per away trip. To make things worse, it's also very likely that they'll be without their captain and first choice centre-back Sean Morrison, who's listed as a strong injury doubt for this one. With him also missing last game week, Cardiff conceded 3 goals away to Newcastle, and that was a Newcastle side who were the league's second lowest scorers, which showed they clearly missed their captain in that one. Without him, you really have to fancy Arsenal bagging a few goals here, and although Aubameyang has been frustrating, he's still producing very promising stats, with 12 goal attempts inside the box in the last 4 game weeks, which is joint top for strikers along with the in-form Marcus Rashford. So he almost certainly will get chances in this game, it's just a question of whether he can take them. So that wraps up Game Week 24's Point Predictor. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please consider getting subscribed to the FPL TV channel. I wish all of you the best for the midweek fixtures, and I'll catch you all very soon. Until then, FPL responsibly.